15 seconds of the second round.
Well,
Your winner.
Second round knockout. Kell Brook stopped Kevin Bizier. Nobody's surprised. It's a fight that shouldn't have taken place, but you can't blame Kell Brook. That's the only defense I'm going to give him. You can't blame him because he had to fight Kevin Bizier. If he didn't, the only title that he has, the IBF title, they would have stripped him. Okay? So he had to fight this guy. Now he's been all in the media talking about how he needs a big name, and he knows that he needs a big name next. Now, one thing that I didn't like is that the Sky Sports commentators, they're throwing out names of Robert Guerrero. No, I don't want to see Kell Brook versus Robert Guerrero. No, no, no. He needs to fight either Danny Garcia, Sean Porter, Keith Thurman, Errol Spence, Manny Pacquiao, Timothy Bradley. I don't even want to see a Brandon Rios, and the Diego Chavez fight would have been good, but that fight didn't happen. I'm Tish Street Controversy. This is Tish Street Controversy Live. I cover every single major fight live. Please subscribe. I like Kell Brook, but when it comes to the Frankie Gavin fight, he shouldn't have fought him. I understand the JoJo Dan fight. That was a mandatory. But when it comes to Frankie Gavin, he shouldn't have fought him. Now he's pissed off, meaning Kell Brook, that Amir Khan is doing something. Whether you like Amir Khan or not, you got to respect his balls. No, pause. You have to understand that Amir Khan stepping up to fight Canelo at Canelo weight 155 pounds is a bigger fight than Amir Khan fighting Kell Brook. So Kell Brook has been in the media along with Eddie Hearn saying, look, we've reached out to Gennady Golovkin's team of all people. And we talked about getting him to 157 pounds. Gennady Golovkin's team said no. There's been talk that Kell Brook doesn't want to see the hands of Errol Spence, and that he will vacate his 147-pound IBF title and move up to 154 pounds. But 154, even though physically it would suit Kell Brook, it's not easy waters. Remember, you got Jamel and Jamal Charlo of the twin brothers Charlo up there. You got Demetrius Andrade up there. You got Iris Landy Lara up there. It won't be easy pickings at 154 pounds. Maybe he can get a fight with Miguel Cotto, but outside of that, 147 is where Kell Brook needs to be. Now, when it comes to what happened with the Diego Chavez fight, they said it was a rib injury, but I'm hearing behind the scenes that Kell Brook was having some trouble with weight, but nothing's confirmed. Kell Brook is speaking to Sky Sports right now. Of course, we're going to hear him and Eddie Hearn. This is all live, by the way. Of course, we're going to hear him and Eddie Hearn talk about names that they want, but it's all going to, put it this way, at this point in time, he's got to show us that he wants to fight top competition.
Enough to challenge anybody in the welterweight division on this planet.
Even weight the book, I've got power to knock, heavyweight guy, and that's what we've got to do now. Make a big fight, I need that bit between the teeth where I'm training really, even though I do. But I've got a threat on me, and what's going to really drive me.
Let's have a word with promoter Eddie. Eddie, that's the third title defence now. Two of those were mandatories, but you're under a little bit of pressure now to deliver that big career-defining fight.
Sure, yeah, we're under pressure, and that's what Kell needs. We have to fight Bizier tonight, or we'll be stripped of the title. That's what he does to these fighters. Kell Brook is a beast. I believe he's the best welterweight in the world, but we've got to prove it. You can only prove it so far against a fighter like Bizier, no disrespect to him. He needs to prove it against the elite fighters in the world. Injuries have ruled him out, setbacks have ruled him out. Now he's got a clean bill of health. We're going to move forward. We're going to land that big fight. We have to. No one wants to fight Kell Brook. He's that good. He has the belt. We're going to have to pull up the money, and we're going to have to bring him to Sheffield. If we have to go to America, so be it. I want to bring the big fights here to Sheffield. They've supported him for his whole career, and Kell's best is to bring the big fights here to Bramall Lane. If we have to travel, we'll do it. But let's do all we can to bring it to Sheffield.
They're putting you on the spot. Who's top of your hit list? Who will you be ringing Monday morning?
Well, like you said, he can go through the weights, but while he's got that belt, let's unify the division. Whether it's Vargas, whether it's Garcia, I love the Timothy Bradley fight. He's fighting Manny Pacquiao. There's so many options. Miguel Cotto came forward with HBO recently. He walked to New York for that fight. But right now, we want to unify the division. He's got the ability to do it. I think pound for pound, the best fighter in Britain right now. Sheffield is doing him proud. I'll tell you what, everything that he's been through over the last 18 months, there's many people who wouldn't even be standing here tonight. I promise you that. But he's shown real heart. He's training harder than ever. He's going to have a couple of weeks off with the family, straight back in the gym, end of July, Bramall Lane. Let's do it.
So, Kell, this is your stage. This is your platform. Who do you want to fight next? Who's the one name on your list that you want Eddie to bring over?
I love that green belt, that WBC, Danny Garcia. I love that fight. Timothy Bradley fight Pacquiao. I love Bradley. You know, I think Pacquiao was on his way out now. Then you've got Porter Thurman fight. Any of them in the hard fight, because they're very exciting fight.
And then you go up through the weights if those fights couldn't come off?
You know, eventually, but, you know, I'm world champion. Let's unify the division, like Eddie said. And in time, we will move up.
To work with Dominic Ingle. Dominic, who do you want Kell to fight now? There's a lot of pressure on Eddie Hearn on mine.
Alright, I'm sorry. I mean, I don't mean to cut the trainer off, but we heard what they said. As I said, of course, you know, he can call out all these names, but they got to get a deal done. And it's a shame, but it's looking like Kell Brook is likely going to have to fight in the United States. If he wants Danny Garcia, it's going to have to be in the United States. It's a shame. I'm not saying it's going to, but when it comes to this promotional shit, come on, use your head. You know, they're going to try to make that fight in the United States. When it comes, even though it could be at stadiums over there in the UK still, I don't think that Al Heyman would send Danny Garcia, you know, or one of his big name fighters, one of his big name undefeated fighters over to the UK. Now, like I said, I'm going to go through some names of who Kell Brook needs to fight next. Errol Spence, Danny Garcia, winner of Keith Thurman, Sean Porter, you know, hell, even give me a Jesse Vargas, you know, Manny Pacquiao, Timothy Bradley. Any other names outside of those names, I don't see, you know, I see that Kell Brook is not going to gain the favor of the fans. I want to get to the Huey Fury fight, which came on, which is coming on after the, which already ended, Chris Eubank fight. A lot of videos today on T Street Controversy. This is T Street Controversy Live. I cover every single major fight live. Kell Brook, second round knockout over Kevin Bizier. It was a mandatory. He had to fight this dude. And now we just want to see who he's going to fight next. Will it be Amir Khan? It's a shame, but I don't see it happening. And it's crazy because if it's Danny Garcia, him too needs a big fight. So we're just going to have to see how this plays out. Follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Facebook. All the links to my social media are right down below in the description box. I'm T Street Controversy. This is T Street Controversy Live.